Here we are, friends lovers of two-wheel racing, gathered to uncover the peculiarities and pearls of wisdom from the first MotoGP race of the season. We're ready to dive into the whirlwind of irony and controversy that characterizes this breathtaking spectacle, where the bikes roar and the riders fight for glory. Let's start with a reflection on the prophetic voices that predicted Marquez's dominance on a Ducati. Where are all those wise guys who claimed that if only Marquez had a Ducati, he would sweep away the competition like a typhoon in a coastal town? And what about when Marquez himself, with clarity, admitted he could only aim for the top 5? Everyone nodded, claiming it was just a tactic, that he would still leave everyone 2 seconds behind. But hey, where are you now? I'm still waiting to see you and your wrong predictions. The only one who has always spoken honestly is Marquez. He always said things as they were, showing a maturity that many never recognized. I've never particularly liked Marc, neither as a rider nor as a person, and even the way Marquez rides. But we have to admit he's a phenomenon, a true champion, who is also growing as a man. So, enough with uncritical applause, let's look at reality without too much fanfare. He rode with mastery, with that sporting arrogance that allows him to decide what to do, returning to the Francesco we knew before the Barcelona incident. Hey guys, have you ever taken such a hard hit that your ears rang? I assure you it's not pleasant. I've had them, and often those where you don't break anything are the worst. They ring inside you like a bell, and they make you lose confidence. On Sunday, Pecco showed he's back to his best. Not only did he show he's a champion, but he also showed incredible maturity and calmness. And guys, remember Saturday when he had obvious problems with the rear? He didn't make a scene like someone else did last year, like a spoiled little girl. He kept his head down and worked. On Sunday, everything was fine. He started from the second row like a rocket, 2 corners, 2 overtakes, and he was in the lead. But do you really think Martin was thinking about the race, about tactics? He didn't have any. Period. These are the displays of dominance that instill fear in your rivals. Let's do a little sports analysis. Let's start with Moto3. Alonso, guys, Alonso. He's showing tactical intelligence and incredible speed, stuff that would put some MotoGP geniuses in line. Stoic, clear-headed, and as we say around here, talent in abundance. Moto2 we could skip, but I saw a Pirelli in big trouble there too. Here again, the information geniuses, who probably get some free tires to spin, praised and emphasized Pirelli's arrival as the cure for all ills. But it seems that, like with Dunlop, there were problems, big problems. So let's talk about tires, a topic that is particularly close to my heart. We've seen absurd things with protagonists disappearing at the bottom of the rankings, but also positive notes like Lopez's welcome return to victory, another absolute talent rider who had lost his way a bit. I'll just digress to give my heartfelt congratulations to Boscoscuro, who is doing something huge. Beating Kalex is something out of the ordinary, and I don't understand how companies like Aprilia, KTM, Ducati, Honda didn't make an offer that couldn't be refused to good old Boscoscuro and make him a great. Forget about the story of David and Goliath. Back to Pirelli tires, the ones that were supposed to give us real races without problems. But look, they've shown how difficult the level of this championship and these riders is. And the wonders who complained about Dunlop tires, where are they now? Gone into thin air. Riders like Fermin Aldeguer have had problems, big problems. The tires are the same as in Superbike, but the level of this championship between formats, bikes and riders is different. And it's not the brand's fault, guys, but the condition of the tires. The level is so high that the wonders sitting on the couch at home can't even imagine. To stay on topic, let's go back to MotoGP. Michelin has officially banned talking about tires. In fact, chattering is back in fashion, which, if you have a bit of technical know-how, you know it's a problem that comes from tires not being able to stay on the ground. But if the problem is with the setup, it's solvable. But if there are problems with the tires, there's nothing you can do. This is a sign that we need to go back, because in my opinion, today there's no tire in the world, or rather there's no technology in the world that can withstand aerodynamic loads, but above all, the lowerings. In fact, let's start a petition to remove the lowerings. Let's take a rundown of the MotoGP for manufacturers, and let's do it in order of arrival. Ducati, no comment, apart from the scandal of the withdrawn concessions. Good old Gigi has done another masterpiece. To gossip about Ducati, we need to go to the customer teams. Morbidelli did his job, he brought it home. I'm a big fan of Franco. I really like him, both as a person and as a rider, and I still hope if he makes a step forward in Portimao, comfortably approaching the top 10, then maybe we found him again. In the VR46 team, there's a heavy atmosphere. Bezzecchi has entered a loop that unfortunately reminds me a lot of the KTM times, because the good old Dija is systematically beating him, and Marco seems to suffer from it. Di Gianantonio, to whom I publicly apologize because I really didn't believe it, is proving to be great, and rumors say he practically has the 2025 contract in his pocket, and he deserves 1000%. KTM has made a double somersault forward but still seems unfinished. It gets there but it doesn't bite. Aprilia, I believe the bike is there, but I also believe it has two big problems. First, technical organization, but for this Brivio's arrival will sort things out, and I think from the middle of the championship we'll see the effects. Secondly, the riders. Guys, Aprilia doesn't have riders to compete for the championship. About Alex, we have to wait for him to have a good day. Maverick is also unfinished. A great rider, but not a superstar. I was hoping for Oliveira, who I really like, but it seems he still has big physical problems from all the hits he took last year. And Fernandez, well, I see him as very overrated. Yamaha? Honda? Can we talk about something else? And lastly, there's him, the shark, Pedro Acosta, the guy who made us dream. And Acosta, what can I say? He rode like a veteran, arrogant and determined. He proved to be the future of Moto GP. We saw his entire repertoire, saves, overtakes, adrenaline, asking to the poor Alex from whom he took off the stickers from his bike, and Marquez downplaying it, but in my opinion he's worried because such a strong Spaniard surely annoys him a lot. Well, there are all the usual geniuses already saying we'll have to wait and see at Portimao. But guys, there's no doubt, Acosta is the future, and even if he faces more difficulties at Portimao, I'd say luckily, because if not, many would have to give up their rider's license.